Hola, somos las
Twinsmosas. Somos twins,
y chismosas,
and we're going to be reading from stories from Reddit and giving our opinion.
and this week's theme is birthday stories because it is our birthday month. As you can tell, we are recording somewhere different. We were a little too lazy to go to the office and set up, so we're in Julie's room.
Welcome.
Let's get started.
Cheers. For this week, we took a poll on Instagram and TikTok to decide what stories we were going to choose. Well, I was going to choose. So the two stories I'm going to read were the top voted stories. Our first story is coming from AITAH, and OP's user is Interest General.
And if you don't know, AITAH is Am I the Asshole? OP is Original Poster.
I think.
I didn't know this stuff.
Okay.
I think it's fair.
All right. Am I the asshole for not celebrating my birthday with my wife after she canceled our honeymoon this year for her solo trip to Europe?
Oh, okay. Whoa.
My wife, 32 female, and I, 33 male, got married a couple of months ago. My wife went on a solo trip to Europe. She always wanted to do the solo trip, but she never had the time to do so because of work. However, she used the honeymoon time for her solo trip. I wanted to accompany her to her trip, but she said she needed this for her mental health. And I ultimately agreed, even though I was sad about it. She thanked me many times for being understanding of this, but I put it in the back of my mind and try not to think too much about it because I was really excited for our wedding. The wedding was great, and my wife left for her trip to Europe the next day. I really missed my wife, and it affected my mental health. My wife came back home on my birthday last Thursday, but I was out of town celebrating it with my sibling, 31 female. When my wife texted me asking me where I was, I told her I would come back on the weekend. I came back home on Sunday, feeling extremely happy, but my wife says she wished she could have celebrated my birthday with me because she had planned something special. I told her I definitely would from next year, but this year I needed to celebrate it with someone else for my mental health. Was I the asshole? So there is an edit, but do you want to talk about it first?
So right now I'm thinking not the asshole.
Any other thoughts? Just not the asshole?
I mean, yes, she agreed to allow her wife. He. Okay, I'm sorry. Yes. I think it was totally fair. Like, he didn't think that anything was going to be planned for his birthday, so now he wants to make plans for his birthday with his siblings. Like, if she was planning something, at least give him a heads up, because to me it would have been like, okay, you're probably tired from your trip. I want to do something. I want to do something fun because I've been bummed out this whole time during our honeymoon period while you're in Europe.
Yeah.
So I think it was fair of him to want to go celebrate with his siblings and enjoy some time and probably be with somebody, because immediately after your wedding, you want to be with your partner.
Right.
And you're so in love.
Right. You're
like,
so happy.
Yes.
You're finally married.
And then to just be alone the whole time, like, so not the asshole.
So you did answer the question, actually. So the edit has to do, well, let me read it. So it says, edit. I think people are misunderstanding what I have asked. I did not ask if my wife was wrong in taking the trip. I asked if I was wrong to not celebrate my birthday with her. My wife did go on a solo trip. We were in constant contact and she had a blast there. She had a lot of fun. We FaceTimed each other every night. However, I did miss her badly, and I am thankful my sister got me out of my funk. But in the process, I sort of ghosted my wife. I only sent a couple of texts when she landed home and when she wished me happy birthday. And I barely responded to her texts the next few days, and I did not pick up any of her calls till I got back home on Sunday. But ever since I've come home, she has been feeling a bit down, and I am feeling a bit guilty about it. So I think, honestly, I completely disregarded the am I the asshole for not celebrating my birthday with my wife? Because immediately I'm like, she's an asshole for leaving
That wasn't the
instead of
question,
going on a
Julie.
honeymoon. And then the excuse of, oh, I need it for my mental health. Not that that's not, I
Important.
hate when people weaponize that.
Mental health.
Oh, I need to do this for my mental health, or, you know, like I feel like that was used in my last relationship a lot for their mental health. They needed to do certain things. Like, don't weaponize that. You know, if you want to do something, just say that's what you want to do. Don't make excuses. So that way, because what can somebody say if you're like, I really need this for my mental health?
Right.
You're like, oh, well, oh my God, do it. You know, like, I love you so much. Like, do it.
Yeah, but I feel like this also, the timing was crazy. And again, that wasn't his question, which is why I answered the way I did. But clearly, the husband would have been okay with her doing a solo trip. Maybe that could have been planned on for later in the year, or even the following year. But then that could have been their honeymoon time, their couple time, because they just got married.
Yeah, but so
But that
answering the
wasn't the question,
question,
yeah.
right? No, he's not an asshole either way.
Yeah. And I don't think it's relevant that he wasn't answering or that, because he needed his space.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's boundaries, and he was feeling hurt at the time, and he set those boundaries, and that was his way of going through the process of it. And I think that she needed to respect those boundaries and understand his side of it, his perspective as well, because he understood her perspective in going to the honeymoon and needing that time alone. I'm sorry, not going on their honeymoon, and needing that time immediately after their
Right.
wedding. So now she needs to respect him and what he's going through as well.
Mm-hmm.
What
Okay,
was the overwhelming vote?
so let me,
What word?
not the asshole.
Okay.
The overall vote was not the asshole. Hold on, let me try to see some. There is an update. Do you want to get straight to the update, or do you want to read some comments?
No, let's get straight to the update.
Okay, yeah, because most people just focused on the
Honeymoon.
wife leaving.
Yeah.
So, yes, reading the comments, I do now realize that my wife taking a trip to Europe right after our wedding was just not good. I still love my wife, and we have been together for more than a decade, but I am now having second doubts. Also, because my family never really liked her. But I always ignored what they said because I was probably too in love. I showed the Reddit post to my wife and all the comments, and she didn't have much to say. She only apologized and said it was insensitive of her to take that trip. I told her I wanted a temporary break. I work remote, so I can work from anywhere in the country. I am flying out to my sister's house next week and will probably stay there for at least a month. I told my wife I just need some space from her. My wife was pretty shocked, but I told her that ever since she's come home, she's been a downer, even though she had an amazing trip, and I need some time away from her.
And for sure, I'm sure there's more than just the Reddit post and what happened there. If the family doesn't like her, I mean, whatever, like, he can have his reasons, but I don't know, just reading that, I got very selfish. Like, she's probably very selfish and doesn't put her relationship as a priority. She puts herself before her relationship, which to a certain point, okay, but like, if you're married, now you're one.
Right.
Your decisions are different, your priorities are different.
Right.
And if she's just prioritizing herself and has been this whole time,
Yeah.
like,
And if
sure.
he was okay with it first, but oh, that's what I was going to say. In one of the comments, let me find it. She was gone for like 2 months. The trip to Europe was like, hold on, let me find it so I can see how they got that information.
Oh, yeah, that's extensive. See, look, they could have done their honeymoon.
She could have gone a week by herself.
Yes, exactly. Or 2 weeks max, and then done their honeymoon. But 2 months immediately after your wedding, that's a huge red flag. And if you need, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong for this, and you guys can tell me. But if you're that messed up, or not messed up, but like, your mental health is that poor, maybe you shouldn't be getting married at the moment. If you need 2 months away from your soon to be husband, whatever, because this was planned before they were married. Again, when you're supposed to be the most in love and wanting to be with them the
so
most.
excited for your future together.
And you're planning, while you're planning your wedding, you're planning your 2-month trip away from him.
Because it's just a top comment. I don't know where they got the information from, but it says, so your new wife left for Europe by herself for 2+ months the day after you got married. She couldn't have split that time up with you, do a couple weeks solo, and then have you meet her up. Sounds fishy AF. Why did she even get married if she still needs to do the solo thing? Makes zero sense.
Yes, I agree.
So I was going to say something about it too. Okay. It says, I think this was made before the update too, but either way. I understand from the outside perspective the optics aren't great, but my wife has been wanting to go on a solo trip to Europe more than a decade. It has been her lifelong dream, and she finally had the chance to do so, and I completely trust her and love her. But it also affected my mental health because I really missed her. And I wanted to spend my honeymoon with her, but to be honest, I had the best birthday ever. My sister got me out of my funk, and I feel so refreshed and happy now. But my wife seems a bit down that she could not celebrate my birthday with me.
See, selfish. It's about her, not about
Mm-hmm.
him.
Yeah.
Not, hey, honey, I'm glad you had a good time, that you enjoyed yourself. I had a good time too, but I couldn't spend it with you. Like, no, it's not about you. You know, you
Mm-hmm.
just had 2 months by yourself or whatever, however long it was, a solo trip to Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, selfish.
Yes.
Maybe she wasn't ready to be in a clearly she wasn't ready to be in a relationship like that or a
Marriage.
marriage to get married.
Yeah. So he is not the asshole.
I
She
agree.
is.
Sorry, friend.
Good with that one?
Yes.
Next.
Yeah.
Also coming from AITAH. Coming from
Am I the asshole?
Throw RA Mediocre. Title. Am I the asshole for throwing away my birthday gift from my wife because I felt it represented her mediocre efforts for me? I, 35 male, have been married to my wife, 30 female, for 5 years. We have no kids. We have a shared understanding of our roles and responsibilities in our marriage. We both earn well and do things together. It doesn't really seem like she's bothered by how we do things and how we share our responsibilities, and things are generally okay. There was always a pattern in our relationship that she was never the one to plan things that we did together. Since the very beginning, there's always a running theme that I plan out dates, vacations, deposits, taxes, and stuff like that. And I've expressed that several times. However, she is unable to take the lead a lot of times and ends up asking for my help. Once I asked her to book flights for us, and she asked me what websites to look at for best rates. It's truly frustrating. I feel like I have to mentally prepare and invest so much than she does, but she never sees why things can be tough for me. However, I love her and tolerate this bit. So last week was my birthday, and I really wanted her to plan this time. I didn't want to be in charge of decisions for just one day. I wanted her to plan this time, and I told her this. I let her know that I trust her decision-making abilities and want her to take the reins on this one. As my spouse, I do expect her to have a generally good idea of what stuff I typically like and plan around. My birthday fell on Friday, and I made it no secret to her that a getaway would be amazing. A few weeks prior to that, I thought she'd be receptive to it and may plan something romantic for the weekend for both of us. However, Friday rolls around and we are both at work. I arrive early, anticipating something, and she wasn't here at home. She arrives at 6 p.m., and all she has for me is a box of truffles that I like and buy here and there. And then we casually made plans to go to a nearby restaurant that we regularly go to. I was extremely disappointed. I still hoped we still might do something on the days off, and she must be keeping it a secret. Nothing. I was just feeling so unloved and rejected and disregarded. Every time I looked at that damn box of truffles, I would feel upset. I just think about how hurt and unappreciated my wife made me feel. I deluded myself into thinking that maybe I wasn't communicative enough with her or should have actively told her what I expected her to plan. But then I realized that I wasn't being unreasonable in expecting my partner to anticipate my needs and wanted to give her a chance to see whether she is truly capable of that, whether she actually cared about me. I didn't think It was too much to expect my wife to know what it takes to make me happy. If it does, I feel that the problem is with her because I know how to make her feel loved and appreciated. However, that box of truffles felt like it was taunting me, and I just threw it away in the trash. My wife noticed what I'd done and said she feels extremely disrespected, and what I did was wasteful. I didn't mean it like that. That box of truffles just represented the mediocrity in her efforts to show her love for me, and I wanted more, and I told her that. Now we aren't on speaking terms. Am I the asshole? I am genuinely considering divorce over this.
Oh, shoot. I don't think he's the asshole, but I mean, some people's love language is gift giving and they go all out and into it. And some people genuinely just don't know how to do it. And that's a lame excuse because, you know your partner and what they like, and at least planning a trip, somewhere, even if it's close.
Is it recording? Just I
You
saw that.
scared
I
me.
saw
I
that and I
thought
was like,
something happened.
well,
I thought you had like a huge epiphany or something. I'm serious.
I'll just go into the edit, yeah?
I forgot what I was
Okay,
saying. Yeah.
sorry. It scared me.
It's okay. By the way, if you have another request, you don't need to say Siri before you ask it.
We did it.
Okay.
All right. Sorry. We'll go into the edit now. I now recognize that the word hint was probably the wrong choice. Taking it out. Sorry for initially being misleading in my post. What I meant to say was that I made it no secret to her of what my expectations looked like. I remember I told her, hey, a weekend getaway would be nice. I would love you to plan something like that for the birthday weekend. She said, that looks fun, and she will look into it when she has time. That was it.
Yeah. You know what? I'm sure this stems from more. It's not just the birthday. That was probably like the what is it?
The straw that broke the
The
camel's back.
straw that broke. I was gonna say the needle in the haystack.
That's not the same thing.
No, the straw that broke the camel's back, because he's saying that he's the one that takes responsibility for all the bills, taxes, and everything else. So, I mean, if he's considering divorce, it's not just over a birthday
Right.
gift, right? Or
Right.
lack thereof. But that sucks that she ruined his favorite truffles for him.
I know, right now, every time he gets those,
He's gonna be pissed.
that's what he's gonna think
that
about.
same sentiment is gonna come back. But I don't think he's the asshole. I think that was pretty shitty of her. She should have at least planned something, like, I don't know where they live, but like close, go to the
An
beach.
Airbnb,
Yeah.
something just a
To
day or two.
TJ, like, let's go eat tacos or something, depending on what he likes, of
It's
course.
not
But
that hard.
it's not.
Yeah, and like he was saying earlier, he's always planning the dates, vacations, deposits, taxes. I'm assuming that means bills, deposits.
Probably.
Paying bills, taxes. Like he has everything on him, and all he was asking is for a little effort on her part.
Yeah, for his birthday.
Top comment. Not the asshole. Everyone seems to be focusing on the mental load, but that's not what's happening here. OP had made it very clear as a one-off birthday gift, he would really love her to step up and make arrangements for a birthday treat/trip. And she ignored it completely. You know, if we flip the genders on this, we'd all be on here saying weaponized incompetence. Women do it too, just saying. And I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
What was the overwhelming vote?
Not the asshole.
Oh, okay.
Ready to move on?
Yes.
Okay.
Next story here. This is coming from subreddit Soy el Malo, and this is from Rise Cute 3617. ¿Seré yo la mala por ignorar el cumpleaños de mi hermanastro, así como mis padres lo hicieron con el mío? Sé que estoy siendo bastante inmadura respecto a esto, así que necesito una opinión que no provenga de mi círculo familiar. Todo esto comenzó cuando mi padrastro tuvo un accidente de tráfico la mañana de mi cumpleaños número 18. Se rompió 9 costillas de cada lado y tuvieron que meterle un tubo para sacar el líquido que se le había colado en los pulmones. Ni bien a mi padrastro le daban el alta, mi mamá entró, mi mamá entró en labor. Así que ya se pueden imaginar en qué parte de la lista de cosas importantes estaba mi cumpleaños. No recibí ningún regalo o mensaje de felicitación de mi familia extendida, amigos o vecinos cercanos. Durante todo ese día y los posteriores, estuve soportando que gente se me acercara para preguntarme cómo seguía mi padrastro y que si mi mamá ya había entrado en labor, etc. Todo eso pasó en el trayecto de junio-julio de este año. Ahora, estamos en agosto y las cosas mejoraron. Pero incluso ahora que mi padrastro, mi mamá y mi hermana se encuentran fuera de riesgo, no he recibido ninguna felicitación o mínima muestra de atención. Cada que lo menciono, sacan o usan la tarjeta de no podemos, tu hermana nos necesita. Ahora, mi hermano cumple 13 mañana y simplemente he estado fingiendo que es un día normal y corriente como desquite, ya que mamá comenzó a hablar sobre cómo se lo celebrarían frente a mí. Mi padrastro me ha preguntado qué pienso regalarle a mi hermano y yo solo he respondido preguntando si mañana era algún día festivo y fingiendo demencia. No sé si estoy justificada con lo que hago o solo estoy causándole más estrés a mi familia. ¿Seré la mala si sigo así?
How old is she now?
So she turned 18. This was for her 18th birthday.
Right, but how much time has passed?
1 year, 19, so she's 19 now.
Okay, and on her 18th birthday,
Su papá se accidentó y su mamá entró en labor.
okay, so el hermano que está, o el
El hermanastro
hermanastro
ya estaba.
ya estaba
La
aquí.
que
Okay.
nació fue su hermanita.
Oh, okay.
Ajá.
Oh my God. I was like, I could not hold in my laughter because what the heck? All that's going on, and you're like, nobody's told me happy birthday.
Right? I was like, okay, she is extremely, extremely immature, súper inmadura. Hay cosas más importantes que están pasando, like, yes, yo sé que tus sentimientos están heridos,
Yeah,
pero
pero tu mamá, tu padrastro
se
casi se
accidentó.
muere.
Yes, yes.
Oh my gosh.
Y tu mamá entró a labor.
Seguro por el estrés. And it's her stepbrother's 13th birthday. Pero, ¿qué culpa tiene el hermano o
Ay,
el
no.
hermanastro? Like,
Yes, y es lo que estaba pensando, o sea, ¿por qué ella quiere hacer su hermanito sentir o su hermanastro, whatever, sentir lo mismo que ella está
right.
pasando por lo que
Por lo que ya
pasó?
pasó.
Él no tiene la culpa y va a cumplir 13 años. ¿Por qué quieres causarle los mismos sentimientos que tú tenías?
El mismo
Y
dolor.
tiene 13 años.
I know.
Ya es tiempo de madurar, ya eres una adulta, puedes hablar con tus papás y decir, hey, ¿saben qué? Podemos ir a cenar o para mi cumpleaños. Yo sé que muchas cosas estaban pasando, pero sí me gustaría celebrar. O dile a tus amigos, si tus papás no te quieren celebrar, hay papás que pues no, ¿verdad?
She
Pero
did say that she had brought it up, right? Toward the end. And they would just say, like, oh, well, your sister needs us. But I'm assuming
yes,
this was right after.
yes, yes.
But her birthday hasn't passed again, her 19th.
No, well, I think this was when it was posted a year ago, but on her 18th birthday, all this happened, and todo eso pasó en junio, julio, y ahora cuando le está escribiendo es agosto, un mes después.
Okay.
So, todavía están recuperándose, me
Yeah.
imagino que su papá todavía está teniendo tratamientos, pues se quebró 9 costillas
Yeah.
y su mamá acaba de aliviarse. Obvio que su hermanita la ocupan, o sea, la hermanita ocupa de ellos todavía porque está chiquita.
But just read the comments.
Okay. So, ¿qué edad tienes? Si tienes 5 o 7 años, lo entiendo, pero si no, eres la mala porque no dimensionas lo que ocurrió. cosas fuera de lo normal que hicieron pasar tu cumpleaños por alto. Y aunque no remediaron tus papás, eso tampoco significa que no puedes hablar con ellos y pedirles que te festejen en otro momento si para ti es importante. Esto no es sobre ti, sino cosas más allá. Y tu hermanastro no tiene la culpa de lo que tus papás hayan vivido ese día. Estás castigando injustamente a alguien por no querer hablarlo directamente.
Yeah.
Y aquí ella comentó, admito que sí estoy siendo irracional y poco inmadura, pero es algo que he estado pasando ya varios cumpleaños seguidos. Aunque esta fue la primera vez que se trató de una situación real que ameritó la atención de mis padres, sé que mi hermano no tiene la culpa, pero ver a mi padrastro alardear o mencionar el cumpleaños a propósito cuando yo estoy me irrita.
Oh.
Ujú.
Okay, but when she says, yeah, pasado varios años or whatever, like that they don't celebrate or that they just don't say happy birthday. Because also when we get older, like what are we gonna have?
Ujú.
You just don't celebrate your birthday the
Yeah.
same as you get older.
So she says, ha estado pasando ya varios cumpleaños seguidos, pero este fue el primero que algo pasó.
Right.
Yeah. But still, like, yes, que habla directamente con ellos y diles, hey, me gustaría ir a cenar para mi cumpleaños y que te lleven a cenar, pero si no dices nada, o sea, ya eres una adulta, habla bien, hay que ser madura, no le arruines el cumpleaños de tu hermano porque se va a sentir igual que tú y él no se merece eso, no es justo.
Nope.
Yeah.
I
Sí,
agree.
eres la mala.
It is la mala, for sure. Do you have plans for your birthday this month?
No. Do you?
No.
No, I know. My husband asked me, but I don't know what I want to do. I mean, what is there to do?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so our birthday falls very close to Thanksgiving, and it does fall on Thanksgiving every few years. So that's like the worst time to want to go out and do stuff because stuff is closed or it's dead or people are with family. Not that we have people to be with anyway, other than our family.
Unfortunately, no, I'm just kidding.
But
Yeah. Yeah, nothing planned. So one thing that I was gonna be annoyed. Okay, so you know how I was watching Love is Blind?
yes.
I was so irritated the first like 2-3 episodes because the people, so I'm trying to be so aware and cognizant. Like the participants, the contestants, participants, whatever.
The daters.
On the show, every other word, like. Like all the words that they used, it was like so many times, and it's all I heard. So I'm really trying not to say like.
Good, I'm proud of you.
Also, I'm trying to work on and because I know I say those a lot.
Good.
So that's something I'm really trying to work on. But it was so irritating to get through those first couple episodes.
Do you see now why you say it a lot and it's annoying?
Yeah. But do I really say it that much?
Yes.
I don't think you didn't see these people. You got to watch at least one scene where it's so it was extremely annoying, but I still think that you should watch it with me and we should recap the next season of Love is Blind. If you guys want to see that, let us know.
No, even if I'm not a reality show gal. I'm not.
This season was so good. I feel like I have an extremely controversial take on apparently everything. Because apparently everybody hated the women this season, and I don't get that at all.
If you want to see Julie review this, let her know.
It was a really good season.
That's all we have for you today. Make sure you give us your opinions on the stories that we read today.
If you have any stories that you want us to share them to our Reddit page or send them to the email in our description.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on socials, Instagram and Twitter. And thank you for
Twitter.
I meant TikTok.
Okay. Have you ever had a Twitter?
No.
so dumb. Oh my god. Okay. I got it.
I don't think you do.
I'm okay. Okay.
One eternity later.
All right, we got it together. Thank you for joining us for another episode, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Okay.